have returned. Hello. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, that topic. Yeah, I was supposed to start this video like 15 minutes ago, but I got distracted by YouTube. It is Friday? I just technically started my first day of work yesterday. It was more of a getting to know everyone and setting everything up, because we've still got deliveries coming in and making sure everything looks nice, figuring out where to put things. It's nice, it's at a cafe, it's a gelato cafe. I'm hoping it does okay in the winter, but we do have cakes and stuff as well, and lots of coffee and good stuff, so we should be fine. I got some new coasters, and they're vinyl records. It's very nice. I got my White Witch mug sitting on one right now. I like showing off my stuff. Wonder why. Why does black coffee taste so long to cool? I think this one's going to be a short one, but we'll see. I never really know. Like, I can write like loads and then that video only be like 10 minutes, and then write like a smallish amount and it lasts a little bit longer. What I wanted to talk about today was something which I'm quite insecure about, and that's the whole point of this channel, to talk about my insecurities and see if it just helps relieve them a little bit. And if they're public, which these videos probably will stay, people could just relate to that and maybe feel a little bit better as well. I'm hoping. So let's get on with it. So recently I read a Cosmopolitan article. Is that how you say it? Cosmopolitan. I read an article, a good one. Well, it wasn't a good one. It was a popular one, which apparently is good. I don't know. It was an article, and it was basically written by someone who seems very salty about people that use the term adulting. So, what they said specifically was, and I quote, and I'll put a link to the article below as well. Adulting implies that being an adult is not a necessary part of growing up, but rather a life choice you're hesitant to fully buy into. No. While there are probably people that do see it like this and use it as an excuse, I feel like you're trying to, you're being a bit judgy basically, because I know I'm judgy as well. So I know people, I get really judgy towards Hufflepuffs, because I know way back when no one wanted to be in Hufflepuff, and now people think it's cool to be in Hufflepuff because it's an underdog or something stupid like that. My Slytherin is showing. But I know that's probably not the case really 100%. Maybe it is a certain percent, but not 100%, and that's kind of judgy. I think this is what this person is doing here. They're seeing a load of young people my age, like, oh my god, it's so hard to adult. I don't know what that was, I'm sorry. But yeah, I know what they're seeing. I'm seeing through their lens right now, and no, not everyone is like this. And I'm going to tell you my experiences, how I use the term to describe myself and stuff, and how I am not avoiding being an adult in the slightest. So yeah, they're making it seem like people don't want to do adulting, people don't want to do work and stuff like that, and obviously, yeah, work is an important part of being an adult. And yeah, there are people out there that avoid it, but not everyone that uses the term adulting and talks about it in this way is someone who doesn't want to work. Like, finances and work and other stuff and looking after yourself, grocery shopping, cooking your own food, it's all very, very, very essential stuff. And I don't want people walking away from this video thinking that I'm telling you to go and be a kid and not do any of that stuff, because you should. What I think a lot of people use this term for, and what I use it for as well, obviously I'm not the only person who thinks the same way as I do. I mean, there's so many people on this planet, off topic. I think the reason why I get slightly irritated is because adulting is not just those things. It's being able to... That makes no sense. What have I written? I think when people don't want to do adult things. It's more in the case of think about those adult bouncy castles that the grown-ups can go on and literally let loose and have fun, and not have to deal with annoying little gremlin children that's not all over the place, basically. Yeah, there's something satisfying about being able to just do stuff like that. I like to do that sort of stuff through sports and whatnot, because it's being active and just playing games and stuff like that. Dungeons and Dragons is a big part of it as well for me. I feel like that's an acceptable way for me to have fun and pretend and stuff like that. So the point of this video is I want to separate childish tendencies, which are fine, and which ones are not fine. Because there are people out there that will judge the ones that are fine and, you know, make people feel lesser because of it. So I'm here to just separate that line a bit, because, you know, there are people out there that won't go and watch animated movies alone unless they have a kid, because, oh, it's for children. That's kind of not right. The area which I think I want people to know is completely fine, mostly the focus of this video is watching like PG or animated material. The kinds that are primarily made for children, I suppose. Doesn't mean that you can't enjoy them as well. And I'm not just saying that because 80% of the media that I watch is basically primarily for kids. Maybe that's part of it. I'm not gonna deny I am slightly insecure about it. I haven't necessarily been picked on for it, but I feel like I don't need to be picked on for it to know that it's weird, and to keep it under wraps best I can. Because I'm a 22-year-old woman with a full-time job who still likes to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and even worse, Lego Ninjago. That's a bad one, isn't it? It's weird. I know it's very, very weird, but should it be unacceptable? No. No, I don't see why it should be socially unacceptable or anything like that. No, I really love just coming home from work in the evenings, if I've done an evening shift, getting my pre-made dinner out, just heating it back up, having a nice glass of wine, sitting down and watching some animated Netflix shows. It's great. I really, really enjoy it. It's a really good way for me to unwind and just drop that facade that I've put up through the majority of that day. I even like to revisit a lot of shows from my childhood as well and rewatch them. I recently really got back into Danny Phantom as well, because that show's really great. Well, the majority of it, I suppose. I also really enjoy lots of animated shows as well. Infinity Train is something I'm looking to get into. But that aside, I often think it's quite hypocritical when there are women my age who are allowed to be obsessed with animated Disney movies, but I'm not allowed to enjoy Ben 10. What's up with that? Why are bronies allowed to enjoy My Little Pony, but I can't enjoy Ninjago? You know, it's like, come on, that's hypocritical. Like, what's the deal? I sometimes wonder if part of it is because of my ADHD, something which I'll bring up a lot because it's something I'm still coming to terms with, and I've recently gotten my diagnosis, so please don't have a go at me for mentioning it so often. Please, 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 I'm sorry. Despite that, even if it is, I can fully acknowledge that I'm an adult and I'm capable of adulting. Does it feel weird that I'm kind of different in this retrospect? Kinda. I do still feel like a child a lot of the time, and I think a lot of people must feel the same way, and that's kind of where this term adulting has come from. Especially people that are probably, you know, starting university and they're getting excited because they're cooking by themselves and they did an adult thing or something like that. I don't know. Don't look down on people for that. This stupid article written by this probably not stupid person, probably just misguided person. But even if I find it quite weird, I do feel like I'm able to separate my childish tendencies from my day-to-day tasks, you know, especially work, and my work friends as well. I'll never mention to them about this kind of stuff, because it's you know, sometimes, as bad as it sounds to say, I do agree with it. I think there are just some cases where you kind of have to put on a different face and switch your personality to speak to different people. I'm sure lots of people that work in customer service kind of understand that you know, their work friends, they might talk with them slightly different to how they would their closer friends and family. Maybe not. And honestly, I think it depends on how neurotypical you are. I'd imagine if you're quite neurotypical, you might not have to. And if you're a little bit more like me, you might find yourself masking and switching quite a bit. I do have lots of clothes and mostly shirts which I use as pyjamas, which have, you know, shows that I like on them and stuff like that. I got all my cuddly toys and stuff all in my room. But I do also have lots of day clothes which I wear a lot of the time to help bring up this adult persona that I should have already but don't, because I'm clearly just a little bit wired differently. That isn't to say that I don't enjoy wearing those clothes. I really do. They really make me feel like I have my life together sometimes when you walk out the house dressed really smartly, especially when you're going for interviews and stuff. And I like it. I like that wardrobe too, but I also like my Teen Titans t-shirt, which I wear a lot as well. I have to pause every time I can hear my brother walking around. My family's usually quite quiet, but I guess I chose a weird time to film. We live right next door to each other. We're in like a 3-story house and we're at the top in like the attic-y kind of area. And we have our 2 rooms opposite. Why am I talking about that? It's my vlog, I can talk about what I want. Where were we? However, around my close family friends, I do feel like I can relax and mention a lot of my weird quirks. The people that I was staying with in uni, really let loose with them as well. And it's a lot of weight off your shoulders. You do feel like you're taking this really heavy veil off and you can just go and just relax, kinda. I think I don't typically mind if people see me as relatively immature, as long as it's not in a way that impacts them negatively. For example, if there's someone who's childish in a way that they're too dependent, or they can't follow, they don't want to follow instructions, they want someone to hold their hand, and stuff like that, and they're trying to leech off you and whatnot, you know. There are cases where I think, you know, the term grow up is needed and warranted, but there are also cases where it's not. Like, you can have a go at me for like enjoying having my little Sylvanian family collection on my shelf, but like, to be honest, I'm doing better than you, because at least I'm managing like and being part of like a business right now, and I'm learning how to drive, and I seem to have my shit together more than you. You know who you are. Like, you can have a go at me for liking my Sylvanian families and having them up on this little like drawer set, but like, at least I'm able to keep a job and find a job relatively quickly, unlike you. You know who you are. And if that sounded too similar to another person, it's not you. Maybe you don't know who you are. I'm very salty. Yeah. I just really like the relaxed and happy feeling that I get when I'm able to decorate my room and hopefully maybe my own house one day in decor that really represents me. I remember I was able to see one of my film lecturers' houses at one point, and they had like all these cool animated film posters up on their wall, and I was like, I want that. I at least want to study or something where I can put like posters like that up as well, and have like plushies littered everywhere in a way that looks nice, not just haphazardly thrown on the floor like some of mine may or may not be. So again, what I hope people have taken away, that looks horrible. Gotta have my hair covering my face. What I want people to take away from this, I think, is it's okay to embrace the childish part of you. It's fine as long as you're able to get a good balance between expressing yourself like that and getting the important stuff done. You might find that you do have to put on a facade, like at work or in everyday scenarios, but if you find the right people, you'll find you won't have to do that every single minute of every single day. Besides, if you're really insecure about it, just look at me and all the shows that I watch, and hopefully you'll feel better about yourself, maybe. but that's about it for today. I hope you got something out of this. Really unsure about the next topic which I'm planning on talking about, because it's very serious, so I don't know if I'm ready to tell people about that yet. I might not write anything about it, and the next video will probably just be fine. But that's something for me to mull over. Maybe when I'm feeling a little more comfortable. But for right now, I'm hoping you're enjoying these videos and getting something out of it. I hope it's good background noise, that's what I'm hoping. I like a good bit of commentary background noise when I'm working on things. So yeah, I hope you have a good day, or night, or evening, or whatever. Yeah, that's about it. Never know how to wrap these up, so I'm just gonna go bye.